Hey everyone, I hope you are having a great week. Did you know that over 70% of Americans could not withstand a devastating blow to their finances, or they could not withstand a financial crisis if something major were to happen to them, a job loss, a medical condition, those types of things? They wouldn't be able to withstand that. My name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. And I'm excited to talk about this topic because it's actually one of the reasons I created this company. 10 years ago, I had a dream to create a company that helped people withstand a financial crisis if it were to hit them. It all started when I graduated college. I got hired out of college by the largest pharmaceutical company in the world. Pfizer Pharmaceuticals hired me and moved me from Utah to Colorado. So that was a huge move for my wife, my son, and I. And we went to Colorado and did a lot of different things with Pfizer. So over the next 3 years, things were going really well. We had moved up in the company. We were working the corporate ladder. We were doing all of those things that I thought were right, because that's what they had taught me in college, was how to work for somebody. And then 3 years into it, Pfizer decided to lay off 2,200 reps. And I thought I was safe. I was like, there is no way they're going to let me go. My numbers were really good. I didn't have any negative reviews. I thought I was doing the right things to keep my job. And I got the call from my manager, and I was told that I was one of those 2,200 reps that was getting laid off. And luckily, at the time, Pfizer gave a huge severance package, so it made it so the pain wasn't as bad. But I remember that week that I didn't have a job anymore. I was like a zombie for the first couple of days because I didn't know what to do. I remember I had received the phone call, and then the next day, northern Colorado had one of the worst snowstorms that they'd seen in the last 20 or 30 years. We got over 3 feet of snow over the next 2 days. I remember opening the garage, and the snow drifts were up to my chest. In the backyard, they went all the way to the top of our 6-foot fences. And I remember opening my garage, thinking I was going to go out and work because they wanted us to work after they had laid us off. And I looked at that snow and said, there's no way on earth I'm going out and working in this mess. But that was the first time I saw what it felt like to go from a good paying job down to nothing overnight. And it was extremely painful trying to figure out how to survive. At the time, I was the only income in our family, and it was difficult for me, my wife, our son. We had just had our second child, so we had 2 kids. We had a mortgage payment. It was crazy. So over the next 11 years, I had that same thing happen 4 more times, for a total of 5 times being laid off. And so that's what helped me create this company. And why I love helping people prep for a major issue that's going to come up in the future. So that's one thing I can promise most of the people I coach is you are going to have a financial crisis at some point. And if you're in a position to withstand that, it makes it so much easier to deal with the more important issues, the emotional part of it, your family part of it. If you know your finances are protected and that you can live for a while on the finances that you have in place, it makes these situations so much easier. There were a couple times that we had everything in place. It made it easier to go find a job, because if you're ever trying to look for a job when you've been laid off, an employer can see it in your face. You're desperate. You'll take anything. You're not a very good negotiator at that point. So what we're going to look at are key strategies for financial resilience. We're looking at budgeting, saving, diversifying income, and investing wisely. So when you look at financial resilience, you look at how well are you budgeting? How well are you tracking your expenses? Are you living within your means? Do you have more money at the end of the month than what you spent? That's huge. And you'd be surprised at how many people we help that, one, don't even know how much they make, and 2, they don't know how much they spend every month. So that's a major thing, is make sure that you are making more than you are spending every month. So even some of the wealthy people that I've worked with haven't been able to save any money because they spend most of it. There was somebody that I worked with that was making about $30,000 a month, and this was years ago. And they weren't even able to save $500 a month. They spent every dime. So it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's how much you can save and the discipline you have on living on that amount of money. Also, it is critical to, it's a good decision to diversify your income. Have a side gig, or if you're married or have somebody else in the house, have multiple streams of income coming in. So if one of those is taken away, it's not going to be as devastating. I love having a side gig or having something that brings in extra money that myself and my family can do. That's what we did for years. And it helped cover some of those more fun things that you can do during the month. It covers your trips. It makes or it helps you pay off debt. Another thing that you want to do is pay off debt. Get out of debt as much as you possibly can. Also, experts do recommend having a debt management plan in place, and that means paying off the lowest debt first or paying off the highest interest rate. There's multiple strategies that you can do to pay off the right type of debt. And so Highline Financial Coaching, we help clients do just that. A lot of times paying off the highest interest rate isn't the right decision at the moment. It may be paying off the lowest because you may be able to free up more income to be able to pay off those higher ones. And there's a lot of ways to pay that debt off very quickly. So, and you can, when you do a lot of these things, you can get yourself into a position to weather those storms. Also, if you're looking to start your own company, there are a lot of strategies that you can implement to do that. Please do those first. Get in a position to be able to do that. We've coached a lot of small business owners, and I would have given anything to be able to work with them before they took the leap, because if we would have had even 3 or 4 months to work together before they took the leap, we could have got them into a position where they could weather that storm even longer. Because most businesses fail in the first couple of years, not because it isn't a great idea. It's they don't have the funding to keep moving forward, and they end up closing shop and doing something else. So if would love to hear some of the ideas you've done to be able to weather the storm during a financial crisis. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to help as many people as we can. We also do complimentary consultations to see if one of our programs is a right fit for you. We typically have a program that'll work for most people that are looking to improve their finances. That's the biggest step, is knowing that you need to improve them and making that leap. So my name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. I hope you have a great night.